Okay, on with the next video that I'm basically recording, and this one is going to be something that I've talked about many times in the past. I may have even done a video directly on this, but I was watching a couple of videos and it spurred me on to basically that somebody was commenting on certain videos basically, and what it was to do with hair, because they comment on the fact that why did a certain person have their hair cut and why it was cut that way, and basically I thought to myself, I know, I'm going to comment and say it's how she wanted it, because basically one of the things that really gets on my nerves, and this is one of the things that I absolutely hate, and you can say all you like to me, but it's not going to make any difference, and that is always, why do you have your hair like you do, or basically why don't you have your hair short? It has always been that kind of talk from many people where they say to me, you should have short hair. Like my dad, he always says that my hair should be cut basically, and you'll often get people say you should have your hair short, you should have it cut, and I always say no, never, not in a million years. And it's true, we should always have our hair how we want it to be. It should never be about people saying you should always have your hair like this or always have your hair like that. Basically, as a man, and I suppose other men might see it like that, it's very hard to sometimes grasp when they have their hair bobbed or long, because it's not frowned upon. You know, I suppose in the history or whatever, I don't know, that most people say it should be left down to women to have long hair. Men should always have short hair. It's stereotypical. In the same way that you can say, well, women shouldn't have shaved heads. Women shouldn't have short hair. And I don't agree that we should be able to have our hair just because somebody don't like the way we have it. As somebody has said, looks do change, but personality does not change. If somebody likes you only because of the way you look, then it be shallow. It's one of them things where basically somebody might say, right, I've gone out with somebody who's got short hair because they look great. So if they grew their hair long and then it all went to the bit where they decided to grow it long, do they say, right, I'm ditching you now because you've got long hair? No, it's wrong. We should always have our hair how we want to have it. You know, it should never be about anything else. It's stupid, you know, and people can tell me loads and loads of times like, oh, you would be better with short hair and all this malarkey. It's not going to work. My hair will never get cut off. Simple as that. Not for anything, basically. Because I don't feel that you should be able to. It's like when people say, oh, if you go for a job and they say you can't have long hair. Well, that's discrimination against, you know. And if they say, well, can you tie it back? Yes. If my hair was long enough and I could tie it back, I would tie it back. Because there's never any reason not to. So I always feel that we should be able to have our hair like we are. Because it's who we are. It's who we are as a person, and it's not about the fact that somebody should come along and say, have your hair like this, have your hair like that, blah blah blah, because it's wrong. It's wrong on every single account. So if people are doing videos and say, oh, I've gone and had a haircut, and then they say, right, please comment and subscribe or comment what you think. Somebody might come along and say, I don't like it, and therefore basically they have a right to say they don't like it, but they don't have a right to say you should never have done it like that, and basically the easiest answer would have been to say, I respect that you've got your hair cut short, but I don't like it. Or you could say, I don't like your hair short, but I respect that you have it how you want it. As opposed to really getting into the argument of like, I'm going to definitely tell them that they don't have good hair like that. Usually for me, if I see somebody with a video for new, and they've got a new haircut, or it might be somebody else, you know, whatever. I might have seen them before and thought they don't have good hair now because I don't like it short. But I wouldn't necessarily comment, because most of the time I only comment on people who have their hair cut if I like it. So it's not a case of commenting, you know. I might turn around and say to somebody in the family or some of my friends, I don't like the way you have your hair because you've had it cut and it don't look right. But it's up to them. It's up to them how they have their hair. My mum always says to my dad, Matthew will have his hair how he wants to have it. There's no point in denying and saying he should have it cut, and therefore, because people could do that, but they can say it to me all the time and it will never work. And for every sort of like, say, if you've got 20 people that say I should have my hair cut, then there's always going to be one or two that will say no. Why? Have your hair how you like it. And I have had a few people in the past who've liked me for who I am, and they said, oh, I like your long hair, so therefore they haven't had a problem. It's always going to be the few people that will just say, nah, it's not right. But you should always have your hair how you like it, and I've always believed that, basically. I know you might get comments on here and say it's wrong, but, you know, we are allowed to live in a free society, and we're allowed to say, look, it's our hair, we do what we want with it. Simple as that, basically. Anyway, I'll leave it there because I've got another topic to talk about, something that really got on my nerves. But anyway, bye for now.